When I seen the Blackberry, because I used to always ask him, bro, why you got a Blackberry? You ain't computer savvy like that. Oh man, it's just a backup phone, whatever. When I read, issued a Blackberry cell phone to communicate with 77th Street Crash Division. When I read that, I didn't eat for 4 or 5 days, homie.
Wack speaks on his observations on Big U. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think he's right, or is this a play for content? After this Back on Fig clip, we are going to see Wack and Big U interact in a sit-down together. It's interesting to see how they speak to each other, and it's interesting to see how Wack low-key presses Big U. Perhaps they are on good enough terms to joke like that. You let me know. Perhaps they were on good enough terms to joke like that. You let me know.
But he got like 2-3 federal indictments open.
Yeah, so but
everybody.
But you have to understand.
How you be getting that Big U? You from 60s? Don't nobody be trying to holler at you about that?
Who?
They
like
pulled
nobody
away
from
the
60s. Nobody like hold on. This
Listen.
Big U. This the OG. This the homie. This the
Hey,
no.
Wack, when you
OG.
met me, I was the team, right?
Oh, that's a fact.
I'm the team. I'm the one that could go get everything.
Once we didn't put the paperwork out,
Big uterus is
that
no
you
more.
you getting paid $1.6 million a year. Your job is to turn in guns, report gang activity, report gang hotspots, and this is an annual contract that's only renewed based upon performance, and we issued you a Blackberry to communicate with the 77th Street Crash Division, and it's your name down here, and we looking at all this shit, and it said you went from $550,000, 2 years later they gave you $440,000 raise and kept going to you over $2 million. Right now, listen, bro, at that point in time, and we produced that work and sent it to everybody where they looking at it, at that point in time,
Yeah, everybody
you're not
underway.
that no more.
Listen, you have to understand. Remember
This is real work.
when I broke and I said that he was writing down the serial numbers and stuff, right?
And passing them out.
Yeah,
You have to provide the serial numbers on the guns retrieved.
everything
But see, it's getting weird though because he writing down serials
and passing
and
out
then
to the
he
home.
should send them out. So then when something weird is happening, it's like it's a bonus. I may know where that came from.
Take those serious.
Yeah, that's
And
all.
see, you
That's
gotta
all.
remember, I knew about the Crenshaw Coats, the back to school programs, the continuation thing, and the graffiti removal. So that's what I thought development option was. I find out because it's a dude named Star Wolf. He a Crip from somewhere.
He from New York.
Yeah.
Star Wolf is accusing me because me and Big U so tight. He's saying you and Big U. I said, hold on, call me. What is this? He like, you. I said, I'm listening to it, but I ain't understand it. I know he called me, sent it to me, go over page by page, 100-something pages. And I'm like, when I seen the Blackberry, because I used to always ask him, bro, why you got a Blackberry? You ain't computer savvy like that. Oh man, it's just a backup phone, whatever. When I read, issued a Blackberry cell phone to communicate with 77th Street Crash Division. When I read that, I didn't eat for 4 or 5 days, homie. So he said, Wack, hold on. They got one in Pacoima too. So if you do it, I know it's you. When he pulled it up, he said, nah, Wack, you. I said, bro, I don't know nothing about this. Nigga, I'm not even a California. My license is another state, been like that 20 years. I'm like, bro, I don't know. So at this point in time, I'm getting nervous. I call him because he always the one that comes see me with his direction. And I'm like, bro, you seen this? He sat down. Everybody nervous. And he will not address it. All he says is, I'm doing this for the babies. If anybody out there, right, got some paperwork, hear me out, regardless of what set you from. If it says intel or witness or information came from community leader, that is whoever is running the grid program in your section. They identify them as community leader, so they're a confidential source. So if they say it or they seen it, or they say this information came from here, they will use that, right, to go get warrants. If they say the third house on the corner with the green gate is drugs, right? If a grid program tells them that, that is probable cause and more enough to get a warrant, and then it'll say information provided by community leader.
But they usually come. They usually come for the OG. So they ain't never asked you.
No. Listen. This
Ask me what?
The police like, hey, you want to be a community leader? Like,
Well,
what's
you
happening? Because I know you.
Okay.
I mean, you doing the thing. It's 1.1 million.
Make sure y'all join the millions of fans that played on Underdog last year with the Pick'em game. You can win money by making sports picks. It's time to turn those takes into cash by going higher or lower on player stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and much more. You can win up to 1,000 times your money. Sign up now, deposit using promo code BOF, you already know, to get 1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick.
So watch this.
What's happening?
Well, watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. The movement and what we was originally doing,
Yeah.
right? Respectfully, was coming from inner city LA, right?
Yeah.
There hasn't been any rappers come out of Pacoima. I'm the first exec to
So you
come out
feel,
of
so
Pacoima.
they like, oh, you know what?
It's
Pacoima
nothing-
ain't really big enough for me. I don't need no
I'm
community
not,
leader.
I'm not there because
Yeah.
it's nothing for me. It's like everything that's moving, the low riding scene, or whatever scene, the rappers, the this, whatever's going on, right? 90% of the people that come from the strip clubs that don't go to the Beverly Hills, whatever, is coming back to inner city LA, Compton, Wild South, Central, Inglewood, right? So my movement has always been within you guys' jungle. Think about it.
Yeah, but that's your best friend, or that was your friend you
Oh, no,
sleeping
that
with
was
him.
my
Oh,
dog. Hold
that's your
on.
nigga. But
Hold
how
on, let's
how
get it
do
right.
we not know this? He's so close
Hold
to
on.
you. He like, hold on, I just got
Hold
this
on.
deal for 1.1. You want to fuck with it?
No, watch this.
No.
No, he not gonna tell you
You
that.
know the crazy part? Hey,
He ain't tell me that.
when I found out, the nigga tried to turn me in. He sent the
fact.
video
To
to
Alex Alonso.
my Alex Alonso,
And
and
they
then
sent me
he
into
sent
the-
it to my
to the
probation
PO.
officer, and now I have warrants for my arrest. Dead homies. They trying to get me locked up because I know too much.
Yeah.
Oh, this is crazy.
And I'm gonna be real. We all got people, family members, homeboys who did crossed over into law enforcement. Some whether they were clerical somehow, some way. I didn't. You heard the call. I didn't got tapped on my shoulder like, hey, you doing some damage. Dude's credibility is falling off. Your name is floating in the meetings. So I'm like, what you mean? He said, dude is saying he can't do nothing with you, and his credibility is being tarnished for him to be acceptable. Because now people is bagging up. When you walking up, people getting quiet. They go another way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got nothing to give him.
Yeah, so now it's like, I'm telling Luce, I said, well, Luce, I might have to turn it down because he playing it a different way. You know what I'm saying? He playing it the way the Italian Mafia used to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been telling him for the last 3 months, I'm like, I'm gonna set us up to just, let's win with success. For the last 3 months, we just set up 4 or 5 different businesses at launch in 2025. So, you know, we did our due diligence with letting people know. I'm gonna be real, that was my brother, that was my partner. Like, straight up, Ace Boone Coon.
No, but-
I caught a lot of heat behind that. Remember I told you, I put him and Hoover D on the phone.
Yeah.
Right? He clowning, him and Hoover D clowning because he like, yeah, he used to keep F-Bone Astro van full of hoes. Used to get out of jail and come in the hood and write Cake Stop, Hoover D all on their side. They clown, they had never got a chance to talk. Right? So it's like, you know, I never deny that, but once I found that out, but everything happened for a reason, because he tried to snake me with Suge first. So that made me bag up. And then this came to me. This didn't come to me. By the time this came to me, I was already going my way. So when I seen it, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I didn't believe it, dude. I'm like, when he sent it to me to work and I see the signatures, and I'm like, damn.
You talking about when you say he tried to snake you with Suge, that's when they went to that office
Yeah.
and went over your
He
head
went-
or something and
yeah,
tried to
Suge-
say, tried to bully the dude inside the
Well,
office.
what was
right?
crazy about it is, you know my plug with E1. Everybody know that was Wack's building. Everybody know that, right? So I done made these people a lot of money.
Right.
And me, outside of that, me and Allen became like real friends. You know what I'm saying? So when Suge calls him, and he really don't care for Suge because Suge used to try to press him, and I would be in the middle of it. When Suge called him and said, yo, I need you to take this meeting with Big U, right? He took it. So when Big U goes out there and go in the office, Suge on the speakerphone telling Allen, when Wack contracts run out, instead of re-upping with Wack, re-up with Big U. This the only dude he's scared of in LA, right? That's what he said. So Allen says, ho. I don't know what this is about. Wack's my friend. We do a lot of big business. We got big accounts in here. So this meeting's over.
Right.
So he don't even tell me. He waited a week. He said, hey, you talked to Big U? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I didn't mention anything to you? I'm like, no. So he waited. He said, well, you know they came to my office. I said, okay. No shit. He like, Suge was on the phone, right? So he tells me what went on. So what I do, I wait another week thinking Big U gonna call me and say, bro, Suge had me take this meeting. He went in there and said this wild shit to the man. Then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like, you know what I mean? So I don't hear nothing. So at the time, I called my other boy that was my right hand from Compton. Tell him about it. See, that's why they don't want to get him involved, because he's gonna tell people the truth. And they be asking him, he be like, he ain't lying, I was on the phone. We called Big U. We called Suge. We called both of them. You know, boy, Suge actually called us. He was in the county at that time. He said, so that actually happened. So at that point in time, he started screaming, man, y'all don't want to help me out, help me with my group. I said, bro, I've been telling you for years. He been saying he ain't signing nothing unless it's from Rolling Sixes. And in this music game, you can't operate like that. If it's hot, then it's hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to force something to get hot, and that ain't necessarily gonna work. In the history of Rolling Sixties, we got CJ Mack, Corrupt, and then Nip. But all of these people was on their own grind. It ain't like you the one did it.
As promised, this is a clip of Wack and Big U. Pay attention to how they interact and what Wack is saying. Is this a play for views, or is there more going on?
The fuck that be?
The nigga told the motherfucker.
POW,
the
man.
nigga told the
Prisoner
motherfucker he
of
wanna
war.
rub on
Okay,
toes,
in
huh?
prison?
Yeah, when I was in prison, I was a prisoner of war.
You was a prisoner of war.
Yes, sir.
You did the fucking crime that they did.
Thank you.
God damn it.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Did
Fuck are you
But I
talking
was-
about,
What do
you?
you mean? So you was in prison for no reason? Did you get caught?
I was in prison. I was working for my people.
You was working.
The fuck?
And so,
Modern day Robin Hood.
Hey,
Listen,
hey,
you know what? I'm not gonna even say nothing because I can't. You was really working for your people, right?
yes, I was.
Okay, so trunks and all that type of shit. All that was incorporated.
I was pushing the agenda.
Agenda. So your agenda involved
was clean the neighborhood.
trunks and rope,
I was bagging my victims.
closet,
Yeah, I was bagging my
dark places.
I was bagging my
Now,
victims.
was
because
was
they
these
doing
acts
stuff-
happening against your people
They was doing
or for
stuff.
your
I
people?
was helping my people to advance.
So Wack, you went in at 16?
The last time, yeah.
Okay.
I was a solid.
Did
at
you go
16.
in as a youth?
No, I just
Okay.
time. I was.
I mean, that was, but I mean, I started doing time like 11 years old.
Because, okay,
I always ask you to get in the comments to tell me your thoughts. I read all of it, even the criticism and feedback. That helps me know how to make the videos better and what I should make videos about. Not to mention, it helps bump us in the algorithm. I also read the hate, and that lets me know I'm doing something right. Get in the comments. Let's run these likes up.